Hi there, this is Adventure Rider Pandit Fakir Yogi Brandra Yogi. My passion is driving, adventure riding, going to the hills, to the mountains, to the waters, to the gravels, to the sands, to every difficult terrain. But I have discovered it, that life itself is the most difficult terrain. And very people learn how to live their lives. Life living is the most adventurous, most challenging and most difficult thing. But if you really learn the basic techniques, what I have learned and I'm practicing every day, I have dozens of bikes, all varieties of adventure bikes, right from BMW R1250 GS to ordinary BMW 310 GS and so on and so forth. Suzuki has been my favorite. Suzuki VS-Strom 1050, Suzuki recently launched 800D, Suzuki 650 and Suzuki, the starting beginning one, that is 250 SX, dear friends. So I'm riding those bikes and very challenging. I have difficult task when I was learning and trying to improve day by day in every way, and I was putting more and more practice. Similar is the case in your living life also. You have to practice every day. You have to persevere, you have to persist, you have to really learn the basics. And the fundamental principle of living life is to understand this line. You are a man, mind, body complex together, and being man, you have really a mind, and mind discriminates a human being from ordinary cattle. Cattle have very minimal mind, they have very, very little, and that little mind has only greed, anger, hatred, jealousy and cynicism. But the human being the most intelligent creature on earth, the thinking creature, can use the mind in both the ways. He can develop a negative mind, and that will be always having groveling thoughts, bestial thoughts, animal thoughts. And what I told you about the animals, the beasts, the cattle, the hyenas, the wolves, the tigers and lions, greed, anger, hatred, jealousy and cynicism. And he will be a very strong mind, but very negative mind. That, one of the strongest energy source is atomic energy, but when you put in the atomic bomb, hydrogen bomb, they're the most destructive. Take the example of honorable the prime ministers and presidents of various countries. Some are very positive, some are very negative. Honorable the president of Russia, Mr. Putin, he has absolutely negative mind. Hate and greed, the dominance, the arrogance, that is the groveling thoughts. Want to capture Zelensky's land, that is Ukraine, and the world is divided in two compartments, just like Hitler did it. Axis power and the Allied forces. Here also is Axis forces. Russia, North Korea and China. The three have combined together. They are having different exercises together. And the other parts of the world, NATO alliance forces, they are united always 31 nations and pushing Zelensky to the Third World War attitudes. Zelensky could not sustain the aggression of Russia, but these NATO alliance forces have supported it. This is all called negativity. Don't think ordinary people can be only negative. Anybody who is not able to control his mind and who has not really learned how to live life, he will be negative and he will be very dangerous. As I told you, energy source is atomic weapon, nuclear weapon, and all these kind of destructive hydrogen atom bomb. They are energy source, but they are very destructive. Similarly, Putin, the most destructive man, he doesn't know that war is not the solution of any serious problem. In the democratic world, only dialogue and only diplomacy and only negotiation can solve the problems. And Biden and all, they have seen the Cold War between Russia and America, so they are adamant. They want to put and push other to the wall, to the corner. But it is impossible for anyone in the modern time. The whole world will be destroyed. Now take the negative forces away and put out the positive forces. That is truth, justice, peace, love and non-violence, kindness, compassion, honesty, integrity, humility, generosity, cooperation, sympathy, understanding, keen sense of justice. That needs unwavering courage, decision making and planning judiciously to cool your mind. Always think peace, prosperity, progress, health, wealth, happiness, love, fame and fortune for every human being. then you become like me, the Pandit Fakir Yogi Brenda Yogi. That is the philosophy of Gautama Siddhartha Buddha, and that is the need of our friends. That will only come once you are curious to train your children. The bottom line, mind is man. So I can tell you, mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind. And even more, he take the tools of thought and shaping what he wills, bring forth 1,000 joys and 1,000 ills. 1,000 joys when the mind is positive, the attitude is positive mental attitude. And suffering and sorrow and grief when it becomes totally polluted, diluted, poisonous, negative mentality. Listen again. Mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind. And even more, he takes the tools of thought and shaping what he wills, bring forth 1,000 joys and 1,000 ills. Man thinks in secret, but it comes to pass, the environment is looking glass. Maybe Zelensky and Putin, they are thinking secretly how to destroy each other. But the world is knowing. There are daggers drawn. They want to reduce the other opposition enemies to ashes. Nobody is enemy. They are all sisters and brothers. That is the philosophy of Pandit. The whole earth is my family. Everyone has to be happy. I find good in all. I think good of all. I try to be good with all. And I have feelings what my best friend wrote in wonderful lines and make a beautiful dialogue in The Great Dictator. The Honorable, the greatest actor of all time, the king of the action heroes, Charlie Chaplin. Greed has polluted the mankind. It has divided the world in hates, barricaded the world in misery, sorrow, suffering. They want to destroy each other. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves. That is very destructive and very critical situations. We have not learned how to live. We can fly in the air, we have learned. We can swim in the water, we have learned. But on the earth, we cannot live in perfect harmony and peace. What a sad tragedy it is. Human being, your future lies in your love and affection, kindness and compassion towards every human being. War will destroy everyone. That is me. I am the poorest man on earth, that's why I am Fakir, the beggarly man, Gautama Siddhartha Buddha. But my wisdom is enlightened, love all, respect all, help each other, cooperate with each other, sympathy, understanding, keen sense of justice, not only to yourself but to everyone. Thank you, viewers. Peace and peace and peace. What Vedanta Anuprishna says and Yoga Sutra says, Om Shanti Asadoma Sadgamya Tamsoma Jyoti Gamya Mrittima Mritya. Let's walk from darkness of ignorance to the light of wisdom. Let's walk from death to the life living happily and peacefully. Let us walk from the falsehood to the truth, which is love, affection, kindness, compassion, peace for all, love and fame, fortune at every doorstep. Thank you, viewers.